Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We love you. Hold on. David Dempsey wants to say hey.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
David.
How you guys all doing today?
What's up, brother?
Great.
They have my disciplinary hearing for this unknown liquid substance they found in my cell. Because they said they found a keg in my cell, and I told the review board, I said, well, this guy must have never been to a fucking college party, because I assure you I didn't have a keg in my cell. And they ultimately decided my guilt, not based off of any actual evidence, but as the fact that all it takes is the officer saying it is what it is, or whatever he's saying it is, and you're guilty. It's literally what they told me. So they took my phone privileges in my canteen for a month, and then they, just another way to violate our civil rights in regards to, contacting our attorneys, because I was supposed to contact an attorney today, and they told me to put in a request slip or a grievance about it. So that's the BS train never stops with these people, and it's just a blessing, like I said, that I can just hop on the phone and talk to you guys out there at the Vigil and stuff. I was gonna ask, does anybody have anything outside of hot air balloons, train derailments, and anything outside of whatever distractions they're trying to get us to focus on? Is there something going on in Congress that we don't know about, because they don't usually pay this much attention to?
I have a little something
stuff
for you. Have you heard about the Seymour horse story about America blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline?
Yeah. Well, I called that right in the money. I was like, well, America's guilty of that.
We got the aliens.
Well, yeah.
Oh, we have the lizard people
The
too.
lizard people and the aliens.
You
Congress.
said what?
We have the lizard people too. So I guess, and the aliens and the zombie apocalypse. So it's just another beautiful day in America.
And the sun, they won't let the sun shine.
Well, the zombie apocalypse, I hate to tell people, but the zombie apocalypse has been upon us for quite some time. In the movies, we call them. In the movies, we call them zombies. In real life, we call them libtards.
Libtards. Demon rats is what I like.
That's right. The demo rats.
CNN had that article.
Yeah, right.
The big thing about the furries.
Oh yeah, the furries.
Oh yeah, and then
Now
there's
they're
the furry
blowing holes in
people.
the sky in
So
Ohio.
there's that.
We got a lot going.
We do have a lot going on.
Furs and furries.
Furries, aren't those the people that dress up like animals and help each other or something?
Yes.
Yes,
They do
they
that.
get a
That's
letter
exactly
in the
what they
alphabet
do.
soup now.
Jeez Louise.
So it's
Oh, hey.
LGBTQF.
That's weird. That's ancient.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. They added another letter? Oh, man.
They got the alphabet covered.
It's like alphabet. It's like alphabet soup. You guys remember like alphabet soup? And you just get a spoonful of like random letters, and they're like,
That's what you
"Hey,
get
that's
with
our."
people now.
Yeah,
I'm just
they're like, "This is our new movement right here. This spoonful of random bullshit." So speaking of the freak show squad, aka the Rainbow Mafia, my brother was telling me about out in LA, and I hate this because being from California, it's not as bad and as prevalent as people think the liberalism is. It's just that it's so intense that people perceive it as being like the majority of people, and I assure people that go out there, and if you avoid the corrupt blueberries, you'll find yourself in a gigantic cherry pie.
Yeah.
And but nonetheless, at the LA Zoo, and it's very fitting because these people are animals, and a bunch of trannies showed up, and they started like bumping and grinding and dancing for kids in front of God and everybody. And when they asked one of them, they said, "What are you here for? What are you doing this for?" And the response of this freak show was, "Oh, just putting on a show for the kids to give them a little taste."
Wow.
And
That's pretty disgusting.
How
that's the language that these people openly use when they're bumping and grinding on each other and doing things in public, you know, like I said, for the purpose of doing it in front of children. And it's pretty damn sad that we've come to a point in our society where we allow this type of behavior to be exhibited by people who clearly have mental issues and, you know, should not be allowed to, you know, interact with the rest of us the way that shit should be illegal, in my opinion. Any of that grooming and talking to kids,
Definitely
doing
not
any of that kind of
Jesus.
stuff.
No. I know.
Yeah, no, that is the farthest thing. That's the main reason why they go after Christianity, is because when you have a godless nation, you could basically, you can make us morally bankrupt, and then everything's a go. You know, there's no holds bar for the Satanism and the, you know, the nasty crap that, you know, people would do. And I just, you know, as I said, it's nice talking to sensible people with a head on their shoulders, and then, you know, you could say something like, hey, you know, these policies are bad, and then the person agrees to do, yeah, because our future generations are going to be affected by it, and not be engaging, you know, with a person who says the world's on fire and we only have 7 years left because AOC said so, you know, and it's just, like I said, it's hard to deal with, you know, but man, oh man, I was just hoping for something outside of stupid weather balloons, documents that they blow off. You remember how for like weeks when the issue with Donald Trump, when he had Secret Service protecting his stuff, and he was in communications with the National Archives and the DOJ and everybody, and, you know, and had everything like secured under wraps, and he had the ability to declassify what he wanted, and it was front page news. The walls are closing in. The bombshell. The nuclear secret. And all this, and it all turned out to be, you know, what it is, and it has always been a huge nothing burger. But then everybody else does it, and they're like, man, you know, they were just doing stuff, you know, they just forgot them, you know, and you know, it's Joe Biden, man, who cares? He sniffs little girls and he implements terrible policies, you know. So it's like, I don't understand it. I don't understand how a crackhead has that much influence. I don't understand how he showered with his daughter and they don't care about that. Can you imagine if Trump had a diary exposed that said he was showering with Ivanka or Tiffany? It'd be they to the gulag, you know, like you're out of there. You know, and well, they definitely wouldn't put him here. That's what they just surely wouldn't do. Even though he is on our visiting list, but Mr. President, if you are listening,
they want to try.
Yeah, Mr. President, if you're listening, you are on all of our visiting lists, and you have not been denied. So if you should ever decide to come on down to D.C., we'll have you down.
People are all hugely wonderful.
The subpoena will be submitted within 24
it's a
hours
terrible place
for the
with
Proudboy
wonderful
trial.
people. It's a conundrum. It doesn't make a lot
Let
of
them
sense.
know.
So Norm Pattis is trying to subpoena Trump right now for the Proud Boys trial.
The subpoena will be filed in 24
Oh,
48
wow,
hours.
really?
Yeah, it'll be filed within the next 24 hours.
Now, is he trying to do that because they all, like, what I've noticed with a lot of these cases is people trying to use Trump as a scapegoat to say, like, it was his fault, not mine, you know, and are they doing that, or are they trying to...
I don't
They
think
have
that's
questions
true.
to ask him because he was the sitting president when this happened.
Okay, because I've read some people's transcripts from their court hearings, and they literally tried to, you know, like, use this, if I just dog on Donald Trump, then maybe they'll lighten my sentence, and I can assure you that I have zero
Yeah, that's
intention
not
of
gonna
doing
help.
anything like that, you know, so... It can if you're Tom Civic. If you write a fake letter denouncing Trump and kissing the ring and, you know, absolving all your morals and beliefs, then you know, you too can get out on bail if you work with the feds. But, you know, hey, that's not my line of work. So I do masonry.
We're 10 toes down. Sorry, guys.
But hey, how's the weather out there?
It's nice and warm. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, they got this crazy thing here. I don't know how they work this out in their head. They're like, it's freezing outside. Let's turn the AC on. They're like, it's warmer outside. Blast them with the heater. You know, so
It's that mental warfare. They're just messing with you.
yeah, you know, and it's just it's just like I said, it's unfortunate. And oh, hey, are you guys familiar with? I think McHugh might have breached this, but you guys are familiar with sunshine laws, right?
Yes, sir.
You know about how corporations are not allowed to meet in private with the government in order to lobby and do things like that. It has to be like an open dialogue, and they're not allowed to do it. But that's exactly what they were doing with Twitter when they were suppressing free speech and altering the outcome of the election. That's just one facet of granted, besides the balance and and the unconstitutional rules that they imposed on the people in order to steal the vote. But so I was hoping that to look into that stuff more often, and it's tiresome. It's tiresome. These people, they want to do us in, man. They want to chuck us to the flames, and they want to give us an exorbitantly large amount of time. I don't see how they entertain these amounts of time that they want to give us.
You have 1 minute remaining.
But I assure you, from time served to 20 years, it doesn't matter. It's not going to break our spirits. It's not going to break our will. And it damn sure isn't going to stop this movement. So they got another thing coming that they thought this was going to stop us. So with that, hey, I hope all of you guys out there are, nice and safe, since you don't got to stay warm anymore because it's warm. Stay safe. Be safe out there in that decrepit city. And we will talk to you guys tomorrow. God bless all of you, and have a wonderful night out there.
You guys have a great night.
All right, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow. Whoever's coming, we can't wait to see you. You guys are the best part of our week.
Love you guys.
All right, likewise. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.